Hello, Weaver. Offshore accident lawyer. Personal injury claim UK. Personal injury claim UK. Askly.com. Houston truck accident lawyers. Houston truck accident lawyer. Dallas truck accident lawyer. Personal injury claim UK. Find personal. Offshore accident lawyer. FVF law. An offshore accident lawyer will help ensure that this does not happen and that the facts of your injury are brought to the surface. Offshore accident lawyer Mutanga Martin Law. Montanga Martin Law. Free consultant. Free consultation. Call us now. Offshore accident attorneys need an offshore injury lawyer. Have you been injured in an offshore or maritime accident? The ocean is the most dangerous workplace on the planet. US maritime industries are found in nearly every state, employing more than 4,000 workers across the nation. Maritime workers find employment in a very variety of fields such as shipyards, marine terminals, fishing, aquatics, seafood processing, commercial driving, and maritime transportation. According to the Centers for Disease Control, maritime workers face a higher risk of fatality, injury, and illness than the average American worker. From slips and falls to equipment failures, collisions, fires, and unsafe work practices and negligence. Offshore injuries usually require costly medical care, sometimes long term. Cat- Catastrophic injuries can mean injured worker who relies on his or her physical ability may not be able to return to work. This can be devastating for families, particularly if the worker is the sole breadwinner and can no longer earn a living. Offshore injuries are covered by laws that are different from those that apply to land based workers. If you or someone you love has been injured or fallen ill while working offshore, or encourage you to get in touch with an experienced offshore injury attorney at Mutanga Maritime Laws as soon as possible to request your free cause evolution. Types of offshore injuries. When an offshore worker takes on employment in the maritime industry, it's understood the job is physically demanding and comes with inherent risks that are far more dangerous compared to land based work. Injuries are common and range from the every minor to the horrific and even death. In many cases, minor injuries can become much more significant over time. Some of the most common types of offshore injuries include traumatic brain injury. TBs can be sustained in any number of ways. Offshore workers are consistently putting themselves in construction and industrial like environment and blow to the head from a slip or fall or being struck by a swimming or unsecured cargo can cause traumatic brain injury. This can result in permanent cognitive or personality changes. Spinal and back injuries, operating equipment carrying heavy loads, and hard labor can be back breaking work, requiring many hours of standing, lifting, twisting, and pulling. Offshore workers can sustain injuries from falls or being struck by vehicles or unstable roads. A back or neck injury can result in chronic pain, limited mobility, and in the most severe cases, and result in paraplegia or quadriplegia. Even when medical attention is administered promptly, there can be long-term disabilities associated with spinal and back injuries. Slips and falls injuries experienced in slips and falls are among the most common and can be serious. Accident caused by slips and falls can result in concussive and continuously and broken to bones. In some cases, sleeping on the neck of a slip or platform can send you overboard, which immediately into a very hazardous. Loss of hearing. If hearing if hearing protection is not provided or mandated, it's possible that over time workers will be exposed to enough significant noise to diminish their hearing. In some cases where work environment are loud enough, tinnitus or total hearing loss can develop. Loss of limbs. In eventually walking into the path of a truck or forklift ben- beneath it, unsteady cargo like coils, pipes, plates, and tires can lead to injuries requiring amputation. The loss of limb is a life-changing injury and often requires a prosthetic. Crushing injuries and broken bones. Offshore work usually entails a significant reliance on heavy machinery, either for construction or for day-to-day work. Injuries can often occur when this machinery breaks down or when safety procedures are not followed. These injuries often result in broken or crushed bone. Crushing injuries can also result in damage to internal organs and create life threatening situation. Thank you so much.